Last night, Senate candidate Rand Paul secured the nomination in Kentucky's Republican primary.
I have a message from the Tea Party, a message that is loud and clear and does not mince words. We've come to take our government back.
Rand Paul, along with his father, Republican Congressman and former presidential candidate Ron Paul, join us live. We invited Kentucky Attorney General Jack Conway to appear this morning, but he did not get back to us. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations to you, Rand. It seems to me in 2010 that to have no political experience seems to be a positive thing. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I've always said my best asset is that I've never held office or run for office. I always said that this was going to be the year of the outsider, and I think it probably will be.
Congressman Paul, you, of course, have been seen by many as an outsider from time to time, not afraid to speak your point of view. There was an establishment favorite in this race who was opposing your son, Trey Grayson. What were your thoughts as your son decided to enter this race and facing the GOP establishment?
Well, I was very pleased, but I was also concerned because I didn't know how far along we've moved with the freedom movement. I thought it was an overwhelming task, and as a parent, I kept thinking, I don't want to see him put a lot of energy into it and, be hurt and this sort of thing. So I would say that what he has done was way beyond my expectations, and that is a very pleasant thing that has happened. So we're very pleased with how the campaign turned out.
Rand, immediately the DNC chair, Tim Kaine, issued a statement about your victory saying that ordinary Americans are unlikely to be receptive to extreme candidates like Rand Paul in the general election this November. Rand Paul's positions failed to resonate beyond the far-right Republican segment of the electorate. How do you respond to Mr. Kaine?
What I'd recommend to him is he needs to attend a Tea Party. The Tea Party message is actually a very mainstream message. One of the things we talk about is term limits. If you poll term limits in Democrats, 70 to 80% of Democrats are for term limits. Another thing I talk a lot about is that we should be forced to balance the budget by law, a balanced budget amendment. If you poll that with independents and Democrats, 70 to 80% are for it. I think these are very mainstream messages, but you know what I think is extreme is a $2 trillion deficit. And I think deficits that have grown so large that they may become unmanageable, that's what's really extreme, and that's what the Democrats will have to defend.
Congressman Paul, is this an example of how important and how relevant the Tea Party movement is just 1 year into its infancy?
Oh, yeah, I think it's much bigger than any of us ever dreamed, bigger than even what I thought was happening a couple of years ago. But what I find fascinating, those who want to criticize us, they go and attack us because we're on the right. Well, what's the opposite of the right? That's the wrong. So I would say that this kind of talk and rhetoric about trying to undermine people by calling them names, it just doesn't work. I think we have to look at the message, and we have a freedom message, and the American people are for it, and we need it more than ever before. The condition of this country is such that everybody's responding to this. And so I'm very pleased the Republican Party's responding, but the independents are responding too, and many of the Democrats like this freedom, limited government movement too. So I think the momentum is tremendous and it's going to continue to build, and we're going to see a lot of changes here in November.
Well, Rand Paul, congratulations on winning the Kentucky Republican Senate primary. Congressman Ron Paul, thanks as well for joining your son. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.